He was so off that he was throwing it to the reporters.
It wasn't John Clayton, obviously. No. He got laid off. Is that too soon?
I mean,
it's a rough spot. He had one of the best sports center ads ever.
What have I realized? Honestly, I'm a diehard football fan, but I'm just waiting for until I'm able to see my Jets play to really see how bad they really are. I think I need to see it. Everybody's telling me, and I just don't want to believe my team will go 0-16. You know, the worst I've ever seen was a 4 loss, which is horrible.
We're too mediocre to be 0-16.
Yeah, huh?
We're too mediocre to be 0-16. Like, it's just
people's gonna mess up.
It's just like, you know, even when like, I don't even know the way to describe it. It's like how the Lakers are this year. Like, they were supposed to tank, but like they end up winning games. Like, I feel like we were going to win like 3 to 4 games.
Yeah, and I agree also. And it's just, I know they're going to be bad, but I really need to see how bad they're going to be. But this season, I'm just looking to see. This is my question. I just want to see the Raiders and the New England Patriots and the AFC Championship. That's what I want to see. I've been watching videos of how Marshawn Lynch, he looks good. Derek Carr is getting back. Those wide receivers, Crabtree, Amari Cooper is looking good. Khalil Mack looks fired up. This defense looks like they're getting ready. This offense was a top offense, and then they added beast mode. I'm just ready because I think the Patriots escaped one last year with Derek Carr's injury. I'm ready for this team to get up in Foxborough and finally let at least us, enjoy not seeing the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Rookies report for the Jets July 28th.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a little bit over a month away.
Yeah, and Jalen Adams, you're gonna have a great career. You're gonna be one of the best. One of the best defensive Jets. So I think, in my opinion, just hang in there. It's not this year, man, but just hang in there. You will be on a great team.
It felt like the Super Bowl was yesterday. Last week. Come on.
I do. It don't feel like it's been so many months since the Super Bowl, but I am ready to see somebody beat up on the Patriots. I'm tired of the Patriots, and I feel like it's the Oakland Raiders.
Well, they choked last year because of quarterback. You know?
It's not, you can't say it's a choke because he got injured. And then this is the worst thing about him. Their left tackle, because the left tackle is one of the more important positions on the offensive line. He went to the Pro Bowl. He didn't give up a sack the whole season. The one sack he did give up was Week 16 when Derek Carr broke his leg. The one sack he gave up all season caused Derek Carr's leg and caused them the season. So I think they're all fired up for a great series.
Here's the problem now. A good team shouldn't have to rely on its quarterback. They should also have a good running game. What's the NFL stop with the big running game?
No.
Wait, tell me, what you just say?
The running game. The NFL does not do good.
No. The sentence before that. What did you say?
It's not just about the quarterback in the NFL.
Yes, it is.
You need the running game too.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Because you know why?
You
don't tell me how the Jets.
2009, 2010.
Jets.
If we had Alex Smith, we would have won the Super Bowl.
Mark, don't say that.
But you're not saying without the running game they wouldn't went to that far.
No, that's true. But Mark, can I tell you something? No, they wouldn't have went that far. But can I tell you something? Because you're winning your point, but then without KJ saying something, you just lost your point. And I'm gonna tell you how. Look at the two teams that they lost in those two AFC championships. Ben Roethlisberger and who? Peyton Manning.
Any team, but hey, listen.
Aaron Rodgers took his team Super Bowl all by himself.
Listen.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Listen. Here's my point I want to make. Any team can win on any given Sunday. And and a game like that, who did the Raiders lose to? The Chiefs?
No, they lost to the Texans. You remember that? That's when they lost to the Texans.
Yeah, so that's a game where
both quarterbacks was hurt.
That's a team where any team can win on any given Sunday.
Okay, but the Texans had the number 1 defense in the NFL. With a bogus quarterback on the Raiders, with
it goes to my point.
The number 1 defense in the NFL.
But it goes back to my point where no one does anything about running anymore.
Yeah, but you can't say that because Derek Carr was too big of. Go ahead, I'm scared.
But that's too reliant on him.
Yeah, but Derek Carr was that's not too. That's like saying too reliant on Tom Brady. Yeah. If Tom Brady get hurt, is Blunt supposed to just take up the whole load?
Quarterback. They have
Garoppolo,
but they have. I don't know for the Patriots. I don't know what the situation is there. Why is that? When they have another quarterback that comes in, it's like
before Derek Carr got hurt, Mark. This is what I'm trying to tell you. He was the MVP candidate. He was the leading MVP candidate. You can't take him out and then expect the team to be the same. You can't take LeBron out the Cavs and expect them to be the same. He was their guy. He was the leading MVP candidate before he got hurt. It's a whole different story.
But at least they should have made it past the Texans.
What about the voice in the locker room? What about his presence? He's the leader of the team. What everybody forget is that Khalil Mack was the first round pick for them, and then I believe Derek Carr was their 4th round pick in that same draft. Everybody didn't know that Derek Carr was. Everybody didn't know Derek Carr was going to be that guy. He's their leader, though. What happened?
I got three points to make.
Yeah.
That destroys your whole argument. Okay, remember how great the Jets defense was 2009, 2010?
Right. Blitzing every play.
Okay.
Every play was a blitz.
What's the difference between that team and the Seattle Seahawks when they won the Super Bowl? The quarterback. Why did Calvin Johnson never win a championship, let alone win a playoff? Did he ever win a playoff game?
But
I think they won
the quarterback.
Yeah, I think they won maybe a playoff game.
Why doesn't the Vikings go far in the playoffs? Because they don't have a quarterback.
And
they
do have a running game.
They
do have a running game.
No, we're talking about throughout history.
Yeah.
They've had Adrian Peterson. You're talking about the running game. They had probably the best running back of the last 10 years.
But how did the Seahawks win that one year?
It wasn't their running game.
But in addition to,
Marshawn Lynch probably only rushed for 40-something yards that game in the Super Bowl. The defense was outstanding. Let's just say that first of all, and then Russell Wilson tore them up. Russell was tore. It wasn't Marshall Lynch didn't do nothing that first Super Bowl. It was the second Super Bowl where he should have got MVP. He should have got the game ball, and Pete Carroll cheated him. It was Pete Carroll's fault.
So wait. Why didn't they win the Super Bowl?
They decided to give the ball to the quarterback when they shouldn't have, and he threw it.
But it goes back to my point.
What's your
with
point,
the running?
What's your point? Yes, all right. Marshall Lynch did keep them in that game, but since Pete, you know what, Pete, you need to be an assistant coach for Pete Carroll if that's the case. Because
let's agree to disagree then.
No, that's true. But you need to be assistant coach for Pete Carroll because you feel like the past.
My theory is that you can't just do one thing anywhere in life. You have to have options.
Oh, definitely. But the Raiders had a decent.
What happens when one thing fails? You got to go to something else.
That's what I'm saying. But if the second things are so based on the first thing, like for example, when the Packers do rush for 100 yards or LeGarrette Blount rush for 100 yards, that's because people are scared of Brady. People are scared of Aaron Rodgers. It's not because the running backs are so great. It's because they know what the other option is. So they don't want that to happen. So they're giving up that option for the second and then dealing with whatever comes with it. So. I just can't agree with that statement. With that, there's always the running game, especially since we're in a different time now.
I'm not saying it's always a running game. It's in addition to.
Yeah, but even
but nobody has the in addition to
but that's
anymore.
What I'm saying.
That's the problem.
That's true. But even if they did have it, right? You want the Raiders runners game to try to have a big running game against the number one defense in the NFL? The number one defense without J.J. Watt?
But I keep saying, how did the Jets get that far that year?
The number one defense and the number one rushing game.
How did the Jets get that far?
The number one defense and the number one rushing game.
Because of Brad Smith. He was the Wildcat quarterback.
The number one defense.
And receiver.
The number one defense, and the way the Jets did it was the number one defense and the number one rushing game, and asked Mark Sanchez to make one big throw every game. And he just did it until Pittsburgh, until Indianapolis. And then that's when we
butt fumbled.
And then we seen what happens after that. They took away because this how you know they took away some of the talent away after those two AFC Championship losses.
Well, they stopped spending money after.
And then what happened? And now we got to see how good Mark Sanchez looks. He's great.
He's great. Cowboy.
It's just ugly, man. It's just ugly. I'm just praying for my Jets every day.
So they have released some dates.
We'll be there in 5 years.
Well, yeah, we would. Hopefully Jalen Adams is still.
It's just that we have to lose to win again. We have to lose bad.
Yeah,
lose bad.
And every team has to do it.
And we win. You know who I want to give the big. You know who I want to flip the bird to first?
Who?
John Didzik.
Okay. Okay.
Who hired him though?
Woody Johnson.
Exactly.
But he's not leaving.
I know. I'm just saying.
He's not leaving.
In order for him to get redemption, right now, he has to give Mike McCagnon and Todd Bowles a 2-year extension to let them know that this is you guys. It's going to be a rough patch, but you guys going to be here to stay. That's the main reason. That's the main reason why we're in the situation, because Rex Ryan was coaching for his job, and we couldn't those 2 extra games he won was the difference between us getting Leonard Williams, I believe, or James Winston or Marcus Mariota. So
yeah. So my thing is, how do you guys feel about what's going on in the MLB? Mark, I know you love your Rays, and I know you love the MLB.
The MLB is the AL East is like so weird right now. I couldn't even tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
the Yankees are like 15 games over 500.
Yeah,
right.
I still haven't been paying attention to baseball yet. To me, it's still Celtics season because we got the draft next Thursday.
Oh yeah,
and free agency.
So the draft is next Thursday.
Yeah, so after free agency, it'll be baseball season.
The Yankees are 13 games over 500, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Rays are 2 games over 500.
Yeah.
And what do you call it? The Yankees are gonna. I don't know why the Rays are 3 games behind in the Rays. They're 5 games. The Rays are 5 games back from the Yankees, but they're 3 back in the win column.
Mm-hmm. And
the Red Sox are 2.5 back. So the Yankees still have a lot of games, I think, to make up.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think it would happen because of. I don't think it would happen because of just politics and how MLB kind of is, and just how every sport is. But could you see Judge winning the Rookie of the Year and the MVP? They don't allow that to happen a lot. But the way he's been playing...
Wait, didn't he play last year?
No.
Judge didn't play last year. No, this is Judge's first year, right?
Yeah, he played a little bit last year. Yeah. A little bit. End of the summer.
Can I say it wasn't enough for him to be Rookie of the Year? He didn't have enough, same thing with Joel Embiid. He's going to win it.
Okay, so he could be the Rookie of the Year still this year because it wasn't enough? Or it was just enough for him not to be Rookie of the Year?
It wasn't enough for him to be Rookie of the Year. It wasn't enough.
Oh, okay. So this is technically his second year. Yeah. So do you think Judge could win MVP? They're 12 games over 500. First
13.
13. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my guy Bruce is doing good right now, but the Mets. Oh, I told you guys last Thursday this time, just to relax. Even though the Mets is getting clouded right now by the Nationals, respectfully so, we don't got none of our big guns up there. But I told you guys to relax.
Can they at least get to 500 first?
No. Listen, out of the last 6, we won 5. Okay, and we're playing great. We got Cespedes back. You know what I'm saying? Matt's pitched 7 games. DeGrom 2 days ago pitched a complete game. Just listen, we're slowly gonna get back into it. And you Yankees fans, you guys got all the hype right now. We're gonna just creep in there slowly. And by the end of this season, you don't be surprised if your team not even in the playoffs. But how you guys, how you feel? Oh, you haven't really been watching your Yankees yet,
and the
right?
Mets took 2 out of 3 from the Cubs too.
2 out of 3 from the Cubs. The Mets did that. The Mets.
Yeah.
We're hot. I can't say we're hot really because the Nationals is beating up on us right now. But just be aware, we're coming. We're coming, and we're making some noise.
Drop it like it's hot.
I'm just so happy that Cespedes is back. I'm sorry, guys. First game back, hit a grand slam. I feel comfortable. It's like
but get Rays out of the lineup already.
But the thing is, with everything sweet comes something bitter sometimes. And we lost Neil Walker's hurt right now, so it's just the Mets just need to focus on getting healthy, and then just definitely, I don't care if your Yankees want Matt Harvey, they need to give it. Matt Harvey, even though it's not his fault, pitched 4 innings and told Terry Collins that he's not fatigued or anything. His arm is just tired. It got so bad that he threw a fastball. And Terry Collins had to ask the pitching coach, was that a slider? And he was like, I think it was a slider. And he was like, we need to go check on him. Because this is how you know baseball is crazy. His fastball was at 89, and they knew something was wrong. They knew something was wrong with Matt Harvey. So then they checked him out. He said, listen, my arm just feels dead, feels tired. I'm not fatigued enough. My arms just feel like, you know what I mean? Just out of it. And then they took him out. And then the Mets, at that point, he already gave up 4 runs to the Cubs in 4 innings. The Mets fought back, and then they won it later on. They won 9-4 with Curtis Granderson hitting his 300th home run, by the way.
I would love baseball if most of the season was in the spring.
Okay, so you mean start like March, maybe?
Too cold.
No, to me, it's just too hot to be in the stadium.
That's baseball.
Right now, but baseball is the perfect sport. Baseball is the perfect sport for the mixed weather, though. Like, you go through the phases. You're there when your team is in the beginning and it's hot, and you know the playoffs is coming in. You're there frigid in the cold, rooting them on. It's kind of like a part of it.
Experience.
Yeah, it's kind of like a part of it.
I'll go to a baseball game now when it's cold is if during the playoffs.
Yeah, when it's in the playoffs.
That'd be the perfect time. But I feel like because when I went to the Met game, I'm just like, first of all, I didn't care about the Mets to begin with.
You lying.
But just I'm watching the game, I'm just like, man, I don't love baseball.